Okay, so all right, Virgo, we're gonna jump right into this here. Just want to make sure you guys are able to see all the cards. Your underlying energy, guys, is the Ten of Cups, which is awesome. So this is really talking about family, completing of an emotional cycle. For a lot of you guys could be really seeing the rewards of it happily ever after. Underneath here, you guys have the Five of Swords. So there was a lot of work going through this. I think there was a lot of change, a lot of conflict. There's a lot of focusing on what it is that you wanted, and I feel like you being selfish resulted in something that maybe you can actually truly feel happy about, right? This is something that is a result of your emotional manifestation, usually, because it's right after the Nine of Pentacles, or Nine of Cups. So with that said, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this could be indicating family. There could have been a bit back and forth with family, but I do feel like this is talking about your happily ever after, right? This is really indicating what truly makes you happy. This ending of a cycle emotionally, if it's not something that's necessarily 100% happy, okay? So with your current state of being, you guys have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like y'all are excited and ecstatic to start something new. I think there is probably a kindling of an old flame, because the Ace of Wands can indicate rekindling of an old flame, okay? But this could also indicate that there is this exciting new beginnings. There's a lot of passion being initiated here. Things could be happening a little fast, but I feel like there's just a lot of excitement in this energy right now. Where you guys want to be? Well, you have the Six of Cups. The reason why I'm definitely saying that there could be a rekindling of an old relationship is because perhaps you guys want to reconnect with someone from the past, or you guys may want to reconnect with a connection that you have with someone already currently, that you have with someone in the past. Okay, so you may want to feel a certain way that you have felt for this person before, maybe a stronger bond, maybe to reestablish a sort of bond, or maybe you guys really want a soulmate connection. But I feel like you guys either want somebody from the past back, somebody that is currently with you, or somebody that's probably, you may not be with at this time, but you may want to reconnect with this person. But the thing that's keeping you from reconnecting with the Six of Cups energy is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess could be talking about trusting your intuition, following your instincts, but there could be some information that you may not have access to yet. There's some hidden knowledge here that you may need to see or may need to hear, or there is something that your intuition is trying to warn you about. And the reason why the High Priestess is coming up is because of the Six of Swords. Perhaps there is some distance. Maybe this person is long distance, far away. But this could also indicate that there is a change. There's a shift in energy and shift in ways of thinking and doing something. Perhaps you guys have moved away, or there was some transition that has happened. And I feel like this change is what's left the kind of situation kind of blurry, kind of hard to see, really kind of hidden here. Now, for your best path to follow, I'm getting the King of Swords. For a lot of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius. For a lot of you guys, this could be talking about someone that you feel is very intellectual, very intelligent, very good with their words, very, very helpful in regards to being available for advice. But I really feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe this could be consulting someone that can truly be of assistance in regards to someone that can provide you with advice. I don't think this is talking about getting a lawyer. I'm not getting any kind of law cards here, but there could be one of those things that you may want to, this could be something here. At Ten of Cups endings relationship here. Maybe you guys want to connect with somebody that is probably, you guys are trying to get a divorce, but I'm not getting that sense. Okay, for some of you it could happen, but it's not coming up strongly for me. I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier for you guys and see what the High Priestess could mean for you guys here, because it's not very clear for me. The Ace of Wands came up again. That's interesting. So what it is, the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles. So you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, another Virgo here. But maybe there's someone that's secretly, maybe they're not necessarily committed, or you may not be committed to them 100%. Why does the High Priestess come? Well, why does the Queen of Pentacles come up with the High Priestess? That's a good ass question. The Four of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this is talking about commitment here. I feel like there's somebody that's already committed to someone else. Maybe that you are wanting to connect with somebody from the past, but they're kind of already engaged, or in, not necessarily engaged in, like physically engaged, but engaged in other prospects or projects or career paths or things like that. There could be something here in regards to someone not necessarily being emotionally available. So there could be that, right? But there is some sort of psychic connection here, but maybe there's just something here that you're not getting. There's some sort of blockage here. And that could be that one's communication, and two, that's just that they're not necessarily available because of some sort of change that happened in the past. Maybe there's somebody that moved away, someone that done something differently, someone that's, you know, that's changing their environment. Maybe you changed your environment, and then going back to them, you find them, they're not really necessarily available, or they're they blocked you from everything, or maybe they haven't really been communicating. But they're kind of like, it's ghost town for them. I'm not seeing the Seven of Swords, but the High Priestess with the Queen of Pentacles, somebody is just probably not making the effort to show that they're willing to commit to a relationship right now. Now, the King of Swords is somebody that's coming up here in regards to your best path to follow. I'm going to pull a card for that too. Why is the King of Swords their best path to follow here? You know, and also with the High Priestess there, this could be that you don't maybe necessarily trust yourself with committing to someone, probably because you made a transition already, something that you maybe moved away from a relationship that was probably not the best, and you are making strides to to be in a place where you can prosper, or build a new relationship where it's more healthy and more beneficial for you. But maybe it's just like you don't trust your intuition right now to know that you are committed to this person, or you are not necessarily committed to a person, but committed or willing to commit to building another relationship to kind of get yourself to a place of commitment, I feel like. So that could be that too, guys. And I feel like maybe the King of Swords is to be very strict and very straightforward on your truth, if not necessarily a person. King of Swords. Okay, so this is someone from your past here. So I feel like the best path to follow is indicating that maybe communicating with this person and talking to this person about how you feel about them, or feel about this connection. You have a soulmate connection with this person in the past, and this person is possibly an Aquarius, but okay, Nine of Cups is coming up. So yeah, your heart's desire is this person, this King of Swords here. So I feel like making it very clear for yourself, and very, being very straight up with yourself, and just figuring out what it is that you truly want. Do you want a relationship with this exact person, or do you want to be in a relationship again? Do you just want to feel love? Because if you just want love, that is perfect. Manifesting a person is not necessarily a good thing. You're disrupting free will. You're hijacking somebody, and they may not come to love you as you wish they would. You want to manifest love from how you feel, and I feel like the best way to do that is to know exactly what it is that you want in a relationship. You may get, that may be exactly what you want to do, but it's going to require you to trust yourself and to know what you want, and to trust your intuition, to allow yourself to be open to your emotions and allow things to flow through you, right? To be emotionally open. And I feel like for a lot of you guys are working. Maybe you guys are really focusing on your career paths, but you do want a sense of commitment. You want a commitment here, but you just don't know if you can really be emotionally open like that again, especially after such a difficult transition. Now, I feel like I said before, your best path to follow, being the King of Swords, is going to require you to know exactly what you want and to really stand by your truth, but also to really remember the last time that you've been in a relationship that's worked out for you, that's made you happy. This could be with somebody or someone that you know that you've had a good experience with, but maybe not have, it doesn't necessarily have to be a 100% successful relationship, but it can have instances where you felt very happy, that you felt very in love. So if remembering these times can help you manifest a real relationship coming back to you, right? because you are feeling the vibration of your own happiness, right? So you know what you want. And I feel like just standing by what you want and feeling like you're as if your partner is there, right? Not necessarily the exact person, because you don't want to, like I said, you don't want to hijack someone's free will, but you want to manifest love to come into your life, and then the right person will come to you. And you may be surprised. It could be the person that you want, or it could be somebody that you didn't even see coming, but they just fit the exact profile of what it is that you guys are looking for. Now, in your feelings, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is where it's coming in at, right? Seven of Pentacles is like you're not necessarily sure if you can commit to another relationship, considering how painful, how difficult it was for you to transition from the last situation. So you guys are having to go through, certain situations in yourself where you're having to kind of look at your circumstance, look at your past, and say, okay, is this something that I really want to go ahead and delve into? You've been through a lot, and you've done a lot of work already. It's almost like that kind of like the negotiation or last conversation with yourself before you're completely committing to it and going for it. So I feel like right now you guys are not necessarily sure about whether or not this is something that you truly want to actually commit to, a relationship or building something that's long-term with somebody again. But in your hopes and fears, you want to release old things. You want to release certain things. You want change, right? You want to transition. Six of Swords is, in a sense, is a transition. However, it's more of it's nothing as serious as death. And I feel like you guys want change, but you're also afraid of the change. It's releasing those things that, kept us sane for a while and really just kind of held us back from being able to manifest. But that's also a good and a bad thing, right? Just like we're human beings. We're afraid of change, but we want change. And I feel like for a lot of this, you guys want to release something, some old ways, or some past pains and some past disappointments, something that's keeping space for you to really manifest something. Maybe this, like I said before, trusting your intuition and trusting your heart and being open to love. Maybe that's just kind of scary for you right now, but you do have the strength to be able to manifest what it is that you want. You just have to believe that you can have it again. Now, for your outcome, you have the Chariot. Now, I like this. This is talking about victory, but this is also one victory that is going to require effort because you're having to balance your head and your heart. So as long as you maintain yourself and keep things balanced, keep things afloat, constantly trying to be open emotionally, having your heart open, that's going to be a little bit of effort, right? To having to constantly make sure that you are trying to allow love to come in while you're also releasing things that keep you from being able to manifest love. With that kind of constant pattern, you're going to bring in victory. You're going to see the results that you're looking for. You're going to see that, love can come in. You're going to feel more love for yourself. And as a true result of what your manifestation will come in with. Okay, so that's why loving yourself is so important. Love yourself, heal these old wounds, right? Release this clutter from your life to be able to give birth to something new. Because death isn't just cleansing, right? It's not just releasing and purification. It's also rebirth. So rebirth here, right? Making space, constantly making the effort to be emotionally open, constantly making the effort to allow, to release those whole situations where you've built up that wall to kind of keep yourself safe. It's good to have boundaries, but when you start to restrict the things that you're trying to manifest, there has to be some sort of cutting away at certain branches that may not be serving you the best purpose. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull you guys your oracle cards for the week. We're going to pull your romance angels first and see what comes out for you guys. Okay, and the card for you guys is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And then it makes sense, right, for somebody to come in to really kind of question whether or not you can be open to love again, to be, to have this feeling of being with somebody and committing to them. You've been through something pretty hard. But and this could even be with the person that you're currently with. It's recommitting to them and recommitting to the relationship if you can truly do that. But I really feel like if you really love them and you really want to make things work, you can make it work, Virgo. That's the beauty of it. You can make it work. It's just going to require you to release some some things that may not have been too great for you in the past in regards to the relationship, so you can have the happiness that you deserve, which is this 10 of Cups is your underlying energy, because everything's all circling around to your happily ever after, what you believe your happily ever after should be. And you can make it happen. You just have to believe in yourself that you can do it, and trust that you can manifest that. But you have to be open, of course. All right, and you guys have do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Okay, so I really feel like building time, spending time with this person, right? Getting to know them to really figure out whether this is a relationship for you or a relationship where you can truly recommit to. That is the best way to really decide whether or not you can, bring in this new love, right? If this is the new love that you're looking for, if this is the happily ever after that you can, that you've been envisioning, that you've been wanting for a while, that you dream or want to manifest. So giving your time to someone else really talks about getting to know them, putting, all of your time, well, not all of your time, putting all of your focus onto them to really understand who they are for you, right? Because we do everything for ourselves. You have to figure out what they do for you, or what they are, who they are for you. And when doing so, I feel like things will be able to kind of snap into place as well.